Comfort reading. I've been thinking about that because I've been doing quite a lot of it. I'm sure you have in lockdown. The Mitford Letters and The Pursuit of Love, Our Mutual Friend, many others. And Libby Purvis's today, that was the midweek that was. And not, let me say this up front, it's not because I'm mentioned twice, thank you, on page 57, the main entry, but because I was asked, what do I most miss about touring at the moment? This, because I don't have to tour on Wednesday, to me, the inaugural East Suffolk Federation of Women's Institute memberships Zoom speaker. I'm so privileged to have been asked. I can't wait. It's not the trains that I miss going anywhere. It's not the fact that in Brecon, because Travelline North Wales had given me the wrong information, there wasn't a bus on Saturday at all. I was stuck there, except a bus materialised sort of, because this was at Abergavenny. When Meyer, who was at Abergavenny bus station, when Meyer needed to go and get anything flasher than what was provided locally, that was Zaflora and macaroons, because she showed me her shopping list on the bus, because I was standing there, I was stranded. I was thought, I'm going to have to spend at least 30-40 quid on a taxi, but if I didn't get there, I would not only lose my fee, but I would have to compensate the theatre for everything they'd spent on advertising, and I was already in Abergavenny, and I had to get to both Wells. And Gladys, she said, "You've got awful blotchy standing there, love, wearing out that timetable. What's the matter?" And I explained, there's no bus. She said, "Well, where are you going to?" I said, "Both Wells." She said, "There is a bus." I said, "There isn't, look." And she said, No, not that bus, is it?" I said, "Because if you get to Brecon, the Both Wells bus will have left there 6 minutes before the one from here will get to Brecon." And she said, "Oh, no, because Meyer have been shopping." Like that should explain everything. Meyer have been shopping, so we all know that's the answer to it all, Buying her macaroons and as a Zaflora. She needed Zaflora because Second Homers had moved in next door and they shared porch where didn't like her using Jay's fluid in the drains. I kid you not. And what they did, Meyer, used to get her friend Pam, who worked in the in and out shop at Brecon, to delay that Both Wells bus. And from Abergavenny, they would make Kev, it turned out to be Kev, drive the Abergavenny to Brecon bus faster. And on the outskirts of Brecon, I kid you not, there was a kid flagging the bus down. Maya just said, "Don't stop for him, Kev. Do you remember he combed his hair onto the floor for 4 stops last Saturday? We're not having it." Past him, the kid tipped himself in the road. And we got to Brecon, and there was Pam standing there, a bit of décolleté in a Welcome to Brecon apron from the In-N-Out shop on sale because the price tag was on it, delaying the bus. So we got there, and all was well that ended well. One of the great characters that I've missed is Totty, who runs one of the National Rural Touring Forum scheme venues. She gave a speech at the showcase, and Abigail Asht handed me, unasked for, a piece of paper and a pen because she said, "I just know you're going to have to write this down and use it." I said, "Brilliant." Totty said, "I've had everything through my hall." We had someone we called Hattie Jakes in a wheelchair. She was loved apparently by Yehudi Menuhin. And who will ever forget the trio? Except one of them died, they're now a duo. And you can't complain and say you booked a trio, because what do you want, an exhumation? So I thought I had to do Totty's venue. And I was getting changed behind a screen. And so I could hear the villagers coming, and Totty was saying to them, "We are here to do the village proud, here to do the village, don't show me that." And I looked round, and a woman had bought in a cow creamer that when she tilted it, it played Lara's theme. It was a raffle prize. And then a man said, "Is that it, him? That's it, is it? That's what we've come for, is it?" So I ducked back behind the screen, and Totty came to talk to me, and she said, "Don't worry about Bert," she said. "His wife's left him, and he's let a hernia drop well below where you ever want a hernia drop below. 16 tea towels couldn't hold it back. He had to have the doctor. The doctor put a stethoscope to it. Definite sounds of digestion. Bert's asked for a stethoscope of his own, and when you go round there, if you're lucky, he'll let you have a listen. That's some really congealing, moving Fray Bentos pie crust you can hear, apparently. I do miss touring. Happy Sunday. Tune in on Wednesday. Ask below if you want the link. I know Jilly's hoping to get the link. I can always ask Jill and Jilly. You never know, you might be able to. Ask. Thank you.